In the wake of the escalating conflict between the Ethiopian National Defense Forces, ENDF, and Amhara Fano forces, our correspondents on the ground have diligently gathered the most recent and concerning reports from various sources, shedding light on the volatile situation unfolding across the Amhara region. This video aims to provide you with a comprehensive overview of the latest developments in multiple key areas affected by the ongoing clashes. Beginning with the central Gojam region, specifically in Dekulkana and Kibai Gedel, near the Degam Damat area, our sources have conveyed that the fierce confrontation between Fano forces and ENDF soldiers has persisted for a second consecutive day. Shockingly, Fano forces are reported to have dealt a severe blow to the ENDF, resulting in significant casualties. Despite the heavy losses suffered by the ENDF, additional reinforcements have been dispatched to the area, indicating the gravity of the situation, with intense fighting still raging on. Moving to Ferbet in central Gojam, another flashpoint has emerged, marked by intense clashes following the successful takeover of the town by Fano forces. In response, the NDF is making concerted efforts to regain control, but Fano claims the town remains firmly under their command, boasting the thwarting of an NDF counterattack. In Sekla Mariam, located in Gojam, reports highlight intense fighting between the ENDF and Amhara Fano, underscoring losses on both sides. The region remains a battleground with an uncertain outlook. Turning our attention to Dafar, along the road from Jiga to Ferbet, a significant incident unfolded as Fano forces ambushed an ENDF convoy, resulting in heavy losses for the latter. Numerous ENDF soldiers were reported killed and wounded in the attack, showcasing the strategic and tactical prowess of the Fano forces. In the northern Wello region, specifically in Shoga Wense, Dawunt, a brief yet intense gunfight erupted between Fano forces and ENDF soldiers, resulting in substantial losses for the latter. In Alamsaga, Debre Taba, situated in southern Gonda, a tragic incident occurred where an Amhara police officer lost his life in a shootout, with the remaining officers taken into custody by Fano forces. The situation near Sina Mariam, Ambasame Town, Dira County in southern Gonda, reports indicate that Gojam Fano forces have entered southern Gonda to collaborate with their Gonda counterparts in the ongoing struggle against ENDF soldiers. This alliance reflects a strategic move to consolidate forces and coordinate efforts in the face of a formidable adversary. The Amhara Fano forces have undergone a massive mobilization effort across various areas of the Amhara region. Notably, the number of Amhara Fano soldiers is steadily increasing day by day, with thousands of new recruits joining their ranks. To provide a visual insight into this mobilization, we have obtained short video clips capturing the scale and intensity of Amhara Fano's recruitment efforts, which we will share with you at the conclusion of this video. In Danjala, Awi Zone, located in western Gojam, an alarming incident occurred as unknown gunmen attacked ENDF soldiers near a bank, resulting in the reported killing of these soldiers. The circumstances surrounding this attack remain unclear, adding to the complexity of the overall situation in the region. The government's attempt to create propaganda by coercing youth to feign surrender to Fano forces has reportedly failed. Fano's counterattacks have not only thwarted this propaganda effort, but have also inflicted heavy losses on ENDF soldiers in various towns and cities, challenging the official narrative presented by Abiy's government. Disturbing reports emerge from Abagabia, Dira County in southern Gonda, where ENDF soldiers allegedly took 8 Amhara youth from Leisha and executed them. This tragic incident underscores the human cost of the conflict, with civilians caught in the crossfire and facing dire consequences. In Berhet, situated in northern Shua, The intensity of the fighting between Fano forces and ENDF resulted in the loss of 4 Amhara civilians, further highlighting the devastating toll on non-combatants. In Gasai, southern Gondar, reports indicate that ENDF soldiers were responsible for the murder of 10 Amhara civilians, including women. This adds to the growing catalogue of civilian casualties, emphasizing the urgent need for humanitarian intervention to address the escalating humanitarian crisis. The situation in Janete, Western Wello, the latest reports depict a harrowing scene where 2 Amhara civilians fell victim to the brutality of heavy weapons, highlighting the indiscriminate nature of the violence and the devastating impact on local communities. Venturing into eastern Asi, specifically in Shirka County within the Oromo region, reports detail a tragic incident where members of the Oromo Liberation Front, OLF, allegedly killed 4 Amhara civilians. The victims were reportedly removed from a traveling bus, emphasizing the vulnerability of civilians, even in transit, and the alarming escalation of violence in this region. In Wajit, Fogera, southern Gondar, the latest updates recount a somber episode where 2 Amhara farmers lost their lives while tending to their farm. This incident serves as a stark reminder of the risks faced by individuals engaged in everyday activities in the midst of conflict, with the farming community becoming an unexpected casualty. Turning our attention to Mersa in northern Wello, the heart-wrenching news emerges that 2 Amhara children, aged 8 and 14, were killed by ENDF forces while attending to their livestock. The tragic loss of young lives underscores the indiscriminate and far-reaching consequences of the conflict, leaving families shattered and communities in mourning. Lastly, in the 02 district, Kadam Gebia, Ataye, northern Shua, the latest update reveals a distressing incident where ENDF soldiers allegedly murdered 2 Amhara civilians at a market. This episode further highlights the vulnerability of civilians in public spaces, with markets once again becoming the backdrop for tragic and senseless loss. As we navigate through these distressing reports, it becomes increasingly evident that the impact of the conflict extends beyond military engagements, taking a devastating toll on the lives of innocent civilians. The need for immediate attention, intervention, and humanitarian efforts is critical to alleviate the suffering of those affected by these tragic events. We will continue to monitor the situation closely and provide you with updates as events unfold, shedding light on the multifaceted dimensions of this complex and evolving crisis. Stay tuned for more in-depth analysis and comprehensive coverage.
ግን እንደው አንድ ነገር መናገር ፈልጋለሁ። ያው እኔ ተወልጄ ያደግኩት አዲስ አበባ ነው። በአጋጣሚ ጓደኛዬ እንግዳ አሁን የዘፈነላችሁ ዘፈን ታደለ በቀለ እሱ ከሚኖርበት ጀርባ መሃል አዲስ አበባ አፍንጮ በር ነው ተወልጄ ያደግኩት።